How do you feel about the Chinese students? And
You gotta learn how to drive and wear proper clothing.
Andrew, that's so rude.
do you think that there's...
I think they're kind of rude, honestly.
I think the white people, I think they like to talk about the sports and the American culture. So I think for the Chinese or Taiwanese students, we always talk about what happened in my country or the news or something.
We're so segregated. Like even though I have classes with tons of different races, ethnicities, etc., I don't hang out with people that aren't middle class and white, and it's not that I'm choosing to, it's just the natural progression of how you make your friends on campus. And I mean, look at all you guys.
I know.
I don't know, man. To like sort of integrate people.
Yeah.
I think the classroom's the place for that to happen. I mean, this is a college. So I mean, if that's not happening in the classroom, then maybe the teachers and the people that create the coursework need to think more about what they're doing.
Multiracial unity learning experience. You know, that's basically inviting everyone on campus. Mm-hmm. But something like Black Student Alliance, I'm not black. Why would I come to that? Or United Brody Black Caucus or African American Celebratory. You know, everything has a specific culture. This is what it has to be. That's what it sounds like, at least. This is what it has to be.
So Sarita, we're doing a documentary on the idea of these invisible communities throughout MSU, and this idea of this invisible kind of segregation, how you have black people hanging out with black people, white people hanging out with white people, and Chinese people hanging out with Chinese people, and you don't really see them intermingling. Why do you think that is?
I feel like people just aren't comfortable being in uncomfortable situations, so I feel like people hang with people they feel most comfortable with, which is problematic because if you don't branch out, you're not getting the most out of your college experience, you're not experiencing other cultures, not experiencing other people, you're just confined to your little community and you're not branching out, so you're not learning as much as you would if you did branch out because you're being confined. So it's kind of unfortunate and it's problematic, and I do think it's an issue that needs to be addressed on a higher scale. So.
Yeah, I think something that's huge is being able to listen, that I've learned, forgotten and learned again, and forgotten and learned again. Because when you go to a new space, you do come with your bias. Ideally, you would have a friend who would take you to a party and things like that. But you don't want to make a friend for the purpose of them taking you to a party and just to experience a culture. When you think you've got it down, you go to a new context and you realize it's completely different.
Yeah.
Teaspoon to measure the tea.
It's cool. It was awesome.
Right?
I want to do that.
I actually did that Indian dance last semester.
Did you?
Okay, it's 7:12 and we're going to the Alpha Hair and Fashion Show. I'm excited. Look at this. Look how cool it looks. We just went to a talk on Black English, and it was really, really interesting. I learned a lot. I took notes because I was just kind of overwhelmed by all the the cultural things and identity things that come out of just speaking Black English, which is definitely a dialect of English. Pretty much kind of like British English is a dialect of English. It's its own thing.
Within English itself, there's so many rules that are broken. Like someone said that earlier. Like how I speak English, like half of the things I say to people are like, huh? I don't understand, because I speak a different version of English in itself. And that standard English is wrong here. So I don't really think that you can't say a language is proper. It has its own unique qualities.
Tonight I stepped out of my usual routine and went to a Chinese tea expo. And it was fun interacting with some of the international students at Michigan State and hearing where they're from in China and hearing about the tea in their own region. I had no clue that there's so much going on with all the different purification steps, all the different utensils involved. So it was really cool seeing a ritual that is so common in China and so uncommon in the United States.
In the direction of becoming more classist than racist.
Have you personally faced any discrimination on campus?
The one thing that like pops in my head is like that was just very like blatant was someone called me black trash once.
I don't know. I think I just try to take things in a positive way. Like if this person gets a job or whatever, I don't think it's because he's white or she's white. I try to think, oh, they're better at something. So that's the way I take things, and that makes me feel good. And I just don't want to assume, oh, it's because of my color or whatever. That's just the way of me thinking.
We just got out of the Alpha Phi Alpha fashion show, and it was pretty awesome. It was cool to step outside with something we're typically not used to and experience something new. It was really cool. We set out to go to a multiracial social event and we failed. Right now we're at a party and it's filled with mostly all white people, and we could have gone to a party where we would have been the only minorities, and we decided not to do that because we didn't want to go to a party and record the whole situation for our project. We wanted to go to a party to support our friends and all the friends we made along this entire process. I think we set out on this project for a month to try and step outside our comfort zone, and that's what we did. And I think the only way to better increase integration is to step outside your comfort zone and to meet new people and to challenge your beliefs and to do stuff.
Another thing, stepping outside of your comfort zone and stepping outside of racial barriers has a lot to do with genuineness. Like, you have to genuinely want to learn from someone. So, and you have to genuinely want to understand that other person's culture. So if you're going to do something just to view it instead of participate, that's not okay. It's a matter of accepting someone as a person.